Hi everyone, it's me Asif Dad, and you have come through to Getting Smart with Dad. Cue theme music. Today we're going to talk about something that's quite important in every domestic property, especially as well as commercial properties, but mainly domestic, which is balancing the heating system. Okay, so all heating systems, especially two-story, typical domestic houses, need to be balanced. What we mean by balanced is each radiator should have heat evenly distributed to it, so you have no level of discomfort in certain levels or in certain zones. So, how does balancing work? There are many ways to balance a system. There's ways that involve a lot of valves and products to actually balance it. There are very simple ways as well. So let's give you an example of a simple way. So there should be a presentation showing up on the screen somewhere at some point. As you can see, there's a boiler or a heat interface unit if you live in a flat, and there's 4 radiators. So you've got radiator 1 at the top, then 2, then 3, and then 4 at the bottom. So as you can see, radiator 3 is the closest radiator to the boiler and to the actual flow pipe and the pump. So naturally, that's the radiator that's going to get the most amount of heat straight away. And then from there, all the heat gets dissipated and distributed to the further on radiators, and radiator 2 being the furthest one away and at the highest point, hence why it's going to get the least amount of heat. This could create a lot of discomfort in a property. One part of the house is going to be baking hot, whereas the other part of the house could still be pretty much ice cold. So one way of eliminating this and balancing it out is with the use of lock shield valves. Lock shield valves are found on the opposite end of every radiator, and what plumbers can do is they could adjust the flow coming through these lock shields, mainly starting with the far end radiator, in our case radiator 2, having that fully open, whereas the rest of the radiators are fully closed, and then work your way backwards up until the point where you could kind of get an idea that each radiator is getting an even amount of heat as the other one. And as you can see over time, you notice the radiator 3 will slowly start to cool down a little bit, but it will the heat that's being decreased from it is actually being distributed to the other radiators, eventually to a point where every single radiator should have the most even amount of heat. This is very comfortable for your property, and each room should be similar in heat. Okay, so why is hydronic balancing needed? Well, in a domestic property, from a user perspective, it provides comfort in the house. All the heat is evenly distributed in the radiators. Right or wrong? Yeah. And for the system provider, so anyone who's providing the mode of heat or anything like that, hydronic balancing is necessary because a balanced system can become approximately 25% more efficient than an unbalanced system. So this is just the first stage of balancing. There are many more ways. Tune in to find out what other ways are available to balance certain systems. But until then, take care. Thank you.